Crazy Russian 86 here, and welcome back to my birthday live stream. I don't feel like drinking alcohol, so if you're looking forward for my drinking videos, not today. I already drank like a cucumber drink, and it was a little hard. It actually gave me a little buzz, you know. Me and Alima, we went to Mitchell's steakhouse in Easton, some shit like that. You know where I made this short live stream at? And it was a nice place. I had some salad and some steak, and she had like a virgin daiquiri, and I had an alcoholic drink, the cucumber, whatever. And, you know, because she got me a cake too. She got me a happy birthday cake. So let me, without further ado, I show you the only thing I got for my birthday, really. I don't have that many presents, like I said, at 34 years old, it's not that important, you know. Like when you're a kid, everybody gives you everything. When you like middle-aged man, almost to be a middle-aged man, it's like, you don't get shit. You work, and give everybody everything. But that's the present I got from Alima. Cheap thing, you know. It's for my car. Because the other one, which she gave me a while ago, it kind of stopped working. Like, it's still charging my phone, the old one that is. But the problem with the old one is that, you know, it's not connecting. So, when I'm trying to, you know, let's say I do the GPS, right? The place I don't know where it goes. It's not connecting, so I cannot like see it anymore like I used to a couple days ago before that shit happened. And it said that because of the connectors got wet. I don't know how they got wet. Maybe then some hood rats at the dealership decided to screw me over or whatever. But yeah, I already know that. You always do. Thank you, sir. You say it every day. I only give a fuck about the comments anyway. You can say whatever you want. You say something stupid, I cuss you out. That's all. I mean, I got used to it, you know. People always like trash talking me, you know. It's nothing new. I don't care. Fuck people. Fuck everyone. That's what I say. But let me show you the cake, you know. What the fuck? I see why, because I'm holding my phone in a way, so it's like, I guess the thing is blocking it. I understand. My tripod is blocking the view. I understand it. And people like, look at this freaking guy who is awkwardly trying to get off the phone of the tripod thing. Taking so long, what the fuck is wrong with him? Or they know what's wrong with me, but they just like... But anyway, let me show you the cake. Happy birthday meal. Not that impressive, but oh well. Didn't even write how old I am, but whatever. She gave me a cheap present, and also there is this little balloon, I guess. Stupid, but whatever. Happy birthday meal. Yeah, I just feel like I wanna, you know, do some tea with the cake, and I don't feel like drinking any alcohol tonight. I may do tacitas and salsa video here in a couple days for Tangle, but right now I just don't feel. Some cocaine. You know, Well, I mean, I'm not really single, but how could I be single and alone for so long? I'm not really single and it's not hard for me. What am I? I mean, I technically have a woman in my life. So I'm not single. I'm living by myself now, but technically not single. And she was the only person who was on my birthday. Before I used to have more people when I was younger, but never like a lot of people. Honestly, yeah. You're asking me those kind of personal questions, but whatever, you know. No, I said the opposite, but whatever. I'm not lying. Fuck you, idiots. See, there are all these fucking trolls who are like stalkerish. There's some people, like, there's that woman who wants to be my woman, I guess. But she's stupid. Um, I'm not 50, I'm 34, and I'm not a virgin. I lost my virginity when I was 23. So, and here's the thing about all the stupid bitches, okay? Here's the thing. Like, if I were a single man, like real talk, yeah, it did, but you know, wow, that's good to know. Crazy person who had never been a virgin because she got raped at birth. Well, I'm happy for you. Oh, thank you. It's not a big Friday night, but it's a Friday night. And yeah, this year my birthday is on Friday. Next year is gonna be on the weekend. And next year is gonna be even better because next year I'm gonna be 35. Next year I'm gonna be 35. That's gonna be big time, I hope. How did me and Todd became friends? Okay, I first met Todd. It was March of 2009 at a Jewish Orthodox synagogue. So we talked and stuff, and then we started hanging out. I'm at home by myself. I need no fucking mask. There's nobody around here. So, and then we started pretty much somehow we started talking and hanging out, and we became friends. And I started coming to Todd's place, you know. John Cena. You know, it's funny because Alima kind of compared me to John Cena at some point. She said that my personality is kind of like his in a way. I mean, obviously, I'm not a wrestler or anything. You can kick my ass. I'm not big and strong, but I've been told that my personality is kind of a little bit like John Cena. So I don't watch anything. I don't watch TV or nothing like that. I know he's a wrestler. I know he's pretty good. And I know he's in his early 40s right now. Well, right now I don't play any sports. I used to do martial arts before. I used to. Let me tell you about my sports, like real talk. I was never big and strong. I was always this little guy. I was always clumsy and awkward physically. Socially, I guess too, but I mean. Oh, thank you. But when I was a teenager in Russia, I started doing some sports. Like, I started going to the gym when I was like 15 or 16. And I was working out and stuff. Around that time, I noticed I actually was a good runner. I know you're gonna compare me to Forrest Gump. People used to do that, which has nothing to do with me because, I can be naive sometimes, and sometimes I have anxiety, and sometimes I let people take advantage of me, even though I'm not stupid, because of my fears and. But did my Russian parents beat you? No. I grew up with a single mom, okay? My mom never really beat me. So I grew up differently. I understand what you're saying. I'm not stupid, okay? I didn't grow up like that, okay? Like my mom, she's not that strong person herself, physically. She's just short little woman. And I grew up with a single mom and grandmom. So I didn't have any kind of other male figure in my life until I met my dad, started living with him when I was 19. So nobody was beating me to strengthen me up. Now, I had some friends in Russia who like around my age group, like maybe like 1 or 2 years younger than me. And they were like telling me, hey, me, let's go here, let's go there, let's do this, let's do that. And so speaking of the sport, that's like, it's kind of gonna go like a continuation. When I was like 17, 18 years old, I had a friend who was like almost 2 years younger than me, but we went to the university at the same time because, because of my behavioral issues, I went to school like a year later. But anyways, no. Her friends were not the type of people, okay? But I used to get into little fights in school though. I remember in school there's some point everybody wanted to kick my ass. I mean, I was getting to the fights a little bit, and I was wanted to be big and strong. That's why, like, I had that friend who started taking me to swim or to do Greek and Roman fight, kickboxing. I've done all of that. When I was a teenager in Russia, I went to do kickboxing for like a year. I never compete, and they didn't want me to compete because I was not ready. But I was always participating in the classes, doing kickboxing. Oh, of course my mom fucking supported me. She had a job. She used to work in historical archive, okay? She had a job. So I didn't get everything for free. My mom was working. And when I was like 17, 18 years old, I started doing working myself. I made my first money when I was 14. I was doing some data entry from home. So is Russia more dangerous than America for a single mom? I don't know how America is dangerous for single moms, number one. Because I didn't grow up in a ghetto, okay? I'm not a hood rat, that's number one. I'm from a little bit different background. Okay, so I don't know. Because see, like blacks in America, whatever, In Russia, it's different society, you know, so it's like not the same. And there are a lot of single moms in Russia, okay? And I don't see anything dangerous in being like a single mom, you know, honestly. What's dangerous about that? I guess maybe for you it is. I don't know what kind of issues you have as a single mom, but I don't think my mom can relate to that. Whatever happened to that crazy dude, the guest, is he ended up in prison. I actually put him to jail. And now he came back, and now he doesn't want to talk to me. I called him once and he said, Emil, I'm not talking to you. But I had to do it because he was beating me up, he was beating up his parents. Only because I told him that, hey, I'm not using, I don't have cash, I can't get you weed. Yeah, and he was you know, I actually like him. He was fun to hang out with, but yeah. And the thing is, his dad and my dad, they're actually good friends in real life. So, my dad actually called me yesterday, wished me happy birthday. He knows I don't want to talk to him. But they're never saying anything about my anti-Semitic videos anymore like that. Because they look at me, oh, this guy is sick, he doesn't know what he's saying. Which is far away from the truth, but hey. Everybody thinks what they want to think. I was never fucking retarded. I never had any kind of intellectual disability. I was always naive, and people were thinking I'm retarded. I was always like not big and strong, had problems with coordination, had problem with geometry. That's why my IQ was only 87. Which is actually not a normal IQ for Jewish people, but more normal IQ for black people. But, you know, didn't have common sense, I guess. So a lot of times it was just like, you know, wishful thinking and fears because I was feeling small. But, you know, confidence is a very important thing. A lot of time, you know, you have trust. That's how my parents screw me sometimes, even. Like, that was my problem in life too, like being super naive, you know, like, because people tell me something and I'm like, oh, their parents or their bosses, it means whatever they say is probably the truth because they're bosses. But that's like kind of maybe it's a fake mentality to have, you know. But I always had that mentality, you know what? If he is a boss, it means he's better than me in every regard, and if I don't do what he tells me, he can fire me. That's why I'm like, I better kiss up to him. And then if I disagree with him, because I'm right, I can do that, but I do it like undercover, you know. And people are thinking I don't understand what I'm doing. No, I did understand. But you know what, hey, if you're not big, you're not strong, you need to do what you're gonna do, you know? And when it comes to getting pussy, no, I'm not a shy guy, okay? If I wouldn't have girlfriend, I probably would, you know, I wouldn't have no problem with like getting, you know, woman. If woman wanna fuck, okay, fine. But here's my thing about that, okay? If bitch tells me how to live my life, that's it, I'm out, you know? You think there's something wrong with me, whatever. You need to change my ways, first of all. Here's the thing though, like the person who tells me that you have to do things differently, act differently, that's a fucking enemy, that's number one. That's a very bad person, right there. It's a horrible person. That's number one. You know what a good woman would do? Good woman would just like, let me do whatever I want and make excuse for every dumb shit I do. That would be a great person, you know? Always make an excuse for my actions. Instead of saying, hey, this guy doesn't understand, she need to say, you know what, this guy is different. Let him practice his way and do things his way, and please forgive him for everything he does. That's it. That would be a good person, you know? That would be a good person. But otherwise, a person who, oh, this guy doesn't understand, let's just make him do things how he doesn't want, like start disrupting me, like, what the fuck? So now you're telling me that I shouldn't be working hard? Alright. You want me to be lazy? Okay. What the fuck? Complete bullshit, complete nonsense. I used to deal with all kinds of nonsense. People talking to me like I don't understand shit. Thinking that helping me. Like every time when I say something dumb, they're talking to me some type of way. When I'm trying to understand things, they say to me, oh, you don't know shit. I'm like, that's why I'm asking questions. What the fuck, you know? Like, I've been dealing with all kinds of stupidity, complete nonsense, you know? Completely like what the fuck? Dangerous being single mom in Russia. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't think it was. Like my mom had a couple times maybe money stolen from her, but nobody beat her up. She was not fighting nobody. She's not even that type of person. Like my mom is not a fighter. She's not a big and strong woman. She's not into sports anyway. She's like a nerdy type of woman, you know? My mom that is. So the only reason why I wanted to fight and be big and strong is because, you know, I just saw how things are and, you know, like, was feeling small, was thinking that, you know what, other people who are big and strong than me can get girls, and I was feeling anxious and all that. That's why. So she would work something out in exchange for safety and money? What the fuck? My mom never lived lifestyle like that, okay? Russia is not fucking ghetto for hood rats, okay? Let's make it clear. So I didn't grow up having that type of problems in my life, okay? Seriously. I don't understand that. No, that's okay, that's okay. Because maybe from your background, maybe this is what you think. But from my background, the people I grew up with, the people I knew, didn't have that type of problem. Not to mention that my mom didn't even have any man. Completely, like, she didn't have nobody when I was growing up. Nice try. So what, you trying to hook up with me? I don't know. I don't know. But no, my mom was not that type of person. She called the job. She was working in historical archive. She was making her own money. So she didn't need nobody, really. She didn't have to fight, obviously, but, you know. And she was one of the, like, she got more or less high position. She was never like a director, assistant director, but she was like one below them. Am I a juggler? Like a fan of Insane Clown Posse? You know, the funny thing is that some people thought that of me. No, I'm not. But I don't know. I feel like for whatever reason, when people talk to me or whatever, me and jugglers, we have something in common. I don't know. Oh, thank you. But I don't know. I'm not a fan of Insane Clown Posse. As a matter of fact, I only heard couple songs of them. Actually, I like one of the songs of them. 6'9", whatever the fuck that is. Like, there is that song. I know Insane Clown Posse. They're like rappers. And they also used to be boxers. And now they're in their 40s. Or close to 50 now. They were born in the 70s. In Russia, I never heard of Insane Clown Posse. Even though I listened to a lot of American music, like I was Eminem's fan since I was a teenager, and I listened to Limp Bizkit, Eminem. What else I listened to? Korn a little bit, but I didn't like Korn that much. At first, actually, I kind of been repulsed by Jonathan Davis at first. That's pretty cool, you know. Grew up listening to Linkin Park. What else? I'm making naming American music, not Russian. Beastie Boys. I heard couple songs of them, but no, I didn't listen to them like that. No, I did not. But I heard of them. I heard the song Sabotage. That was a good song. I watched the video of that. But I never listened to Beastie Boys. I know they're Jewish though. No, I didn't listen to them like that. Eminem, yes, I was a big fan. Limp Bizkit, yes. Linkin Park, yes. Um, Rammstein, I listened to that. Um, what else I listened to growing up? Not Russian, mind you. I can tell you Russian music, but I know you're probably not familiar with that. So I'm trying to just to name American music. Guano Apes, which is like, it's not Russian, it's not American, it's like Scandinavian. I didn't listen to them, but I watched like some of the songs. What else? I like Tupac, but Tupac, I only started listening to him in America. Twista, the same thing in America. When I was in Russia, I didn't listen to none of that. No Tupac, no Twista, no Kanye. I'm listening to Tupac, Twista, and Kanye right now, but when I was in Russia, I didn't. Listening a little bit TLC and Lisa Lopez. In Russia, I only like one song of her with Melanie C, Never Be the Same Again. I really love that song. But outside of that, nah. Not really. But actually good, you know. I like Supernova. That was actually very, very good album. Very good album. What else? I started listening to Exhibit in America too a little bit. He's alright. Blink 182. Blink 182. I didn't listen to it, but I know that song. What's my age again? Living on your own. Yeah. I used to live on my own since I was 22, okay? And yeah, I never had problem living by myself. That's the thing. Living myself, paying the bills. I never had that problem, you know? I used to live with my parents in Russia. And even in Russia, when I was 17, I was on my own for like 5 days. I remember I was hanging out with somebody, you know, had a birthday party for one of my friends. She turned 16, I was 17 at the time. We had fun. And my mom was actually, at that time, she was in Netherlands, Holland. She was in Amsterdam. It was 2004, July. That was the first time of me actually being by myself for like 5 days. I was just fine. And my grandmom just died. She died May 27, 2004. So actually at that time I was literally like living by myself for like 5 days. I was 17 years old. So I don't know where the fucking that stupidity comes from that I cannot take care of myself. I even never had that problem, really. Never did. Never did. Never did. So I was not even like that. Living by myself, take care of myself, budgeting money, I never had problem with that. What did we had for dinner? We went to the restaurant with Alima to celebrate my birthday. So I had a cucumber drink, which is alcoholic drink, obviously. It's kind of strong, got me a little buzz. And then I had some salad and some grilled chicken. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Yes, it is. It is. It is. Thank you. And this is my new place. This is where Alima's father used to live. He moved, so now she put me here. The reason why I don't live with her, because I got into it with her daughter. Twitch. I heard of Twitch, but no, I don't. No. I don't know Jeffrey Epstein. I know he killed himself, and I know that he was a Jew, but I don't know much about him, so I don't know. I mean, yes, I can talk to you, right? I don't know. I mean, you had conversations, but then, like, the things you say, like, they're completely off the wall, so I don't know about that. Of course, in my opinion. See, I'm never been into video games, ever. I never been into that. What's that? I don't fucking know. Some kind of the city, I don't know. I need to ask Kalima or her dad. No, thank you. Thank you, thank you. And no, I don't drink and drive. And I used to do all kind of stuff. I used to smoke and drive. My driving instructor used to do coke and drive. We used to do it together a long time ago. Now he's probably dead. He was a cool dude though. New York, maybe it is, I don't know. Yeah, they are. I know, they are. Thank you, thank you. But it's not in my picture, okay? I don't even own that picture. That's the thing. It's not mine. It's happened to move here and I had it. So these couches, they're not mine either. I don't know, it could be, I don't know. You know better than I do. Is Todd Weiss weird? In my opinion, yes, he is. But I don't care. Because I see Todd has his fetishes. I don't have no fetishes. I know what kind of person Todd is. I don't care. He is who he is. He's not gonna change. Mr. Wet 40 ounce was trying to hook him up with some pussy. No, I don't. Fuck that. No. I don't like, no, this degradation, humiliation. It's not my thing, okay? No, he's not. He's out of jail now. Yeah, I'm not into that type of stuff. As a matter of fact, like, when everybody makes fun of me, that doesn't turn me on. That makes me angry, honestly. What the fuck? The only reason why I'm kissing up to people because I know that they're bigger and stronger than me. Otherwise, I don't give a fuck. Like, you know, if I wouldn't worry about losing my job, I would tell my boss off long time ago. You know? But you see, if you're this little guy, you have to just like, if you break the rules, you have to do it undercover. You have to further your agenda undercover. But if you're big and strong, you're like, motherfucker, do what I want, that's it. Torture, public torture, that's it, you know. You don't do what I want, you piece of shit, I fuck you up, you know. But if you're this little guy and you know that if you're gonna try to fight, you may lose, you're gonna be like, okay, let me just go like, and, you know, go and like build myself up and then come out and like, motherfuckers, don't fuck with me. You know, that's the idea. That's what it is. So... That's why a job at FedEx was good for me, because I was building myself up. And there are some stupid people who thought that I'm going to hurt myself. I'm not stupid, okay? I'm not going to hurt myself. But, you know, I just don't have good abilities for things which require coordination. And I'm not naturally physically strong. So... That's fine. That's fine. But yeah, but rather than that, I'm not stupid. Like, I don't need no fucking help. I can figure out how to do things by myself. That's it. Like, I don't need no fucking help. And I don't like to be bothered. Like, what the fuck? I don't like to be bothered. I can. I was all by myself all my life, okay? I didn't have brothers. I didn't have sisters. I was only child, grew up with a single mom. I was always all by myself. Even when I was in school, like, I was not big and strong, and I was not coordinated. And the funny thing, when I was playing sports, I was playing it all by myself awkwardly. And people were telling me that, hey, you need to be with other people. I'm like, nah, always like me, always been that way. Always been that way. No, I still am like that. Yes, about that's that taking me in, that's actually truth. Yes, sir. When my parents kicked me out, it's summer of 2009, August of 2009, Tad's dad took me, and I was living with Tad for like a month. I paid him $200, and I was sleeping on Tad's floor in the airbed. So that's true. Tad's dad did take me in when my dad kicked me out. That is true. So you see, that woman, she wants me to be more like sociable and more like working with people, all of that. I was never like that, and I'm still not like that till this day. And I don't want to be. Because, my views on multiculturalism are the following. If you don't think like me, and if you tell me shit which I don't like or don't agree, or you treat me some type of way, then why should I be your friend? Like, fuck you. That's number one. Number two, I think that in order for people to build a group, it have to be some commonality. It shouldn't be forced. Oh, that's great, man. I'm gonna go to your channel and I'm gonna check out your songs. I saw that you've been rapping too. And by the way, that's another thing as band we have in common. When I was in Russia as a teenager, I used to rap. Actually, I had even a couple concerts in my school. I had like either one or two. People were making fun of me, but for me it was like some type of art. Um, I used to listen to rap growing up. And I used to rap in America. I used to write raps too. When I was at my high teens, early 20s, I used to write raps, both in Russian and in English. Yes, I did. Yes. Have you been to Israel? Yes, I have. I was in Israel in December of 2011, 9 years ago. Around this time, actually. So yes, I was in Israel on birthright for 10 days. Yep, been there once. Didn't like it that much though. Didn't fall in love with the place. I like the Dead Sea. Like, Dead Sea is very exotic. When I was in the Dead Sea, first of all, on the beach in Dead Sea, you have to wear slippers, otherwise you're gonna hurt your feet. Oh, that's pretty cool, man. See, I wanted to, make beats and stuff, but I never had a chance to learn how to do it. Never done it, but I always wanted to. I mean, I did a little bit. I'm gonna take it back. SBN, one of these days, maybe I show you my old videos. Actually, I had a video where I was actually rapping in Russian in my old place, where I used to live on OSU campus. I actually was rapping in Russian. And I had couple raps with music too, but that was like random beats, but I didn't like do it professionally. So I've done a little bit of that, but not a lot. I got videos on YouTube still. Google viral rap. That's my rap I created myself about Jews marrying blacks and all of that. So, I mean, I rapped a little bit. And I did rap in Russian too. So, I used to write raps in English and in Russian. Mm-hmm. So, but when I used to rap in Russian, my raps were rather philosophical. Just wanted to let you know because I got a lot of stuff on the way. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check it out. Thanks, Marshall Jim Duncan, for birthday wishes. I appreciate that. Probably gonna make another cup of tea because I'm done with my tea, but I didn't even cut the pie out. See, busy streaming. Don't want to make it unprofessional where I'm just like, doing that type of videos. And that's one of the reasons why I started video editing at some point. Tea makes you get small. Look, Mongo Nanga. Look. Some people don't have the big anyway, just like some people just do, some don't. It's genetics. What kind of tea, Lipton? They say COVID gets worse if you have a small. Look, first of all, look, girl. If you wanna fuck, okay, just say what's up, But I don't know. Do you ever drink fetish beer with Todd? No. No. And you see, that's the problem with women. Like, what the fuck? Like, there's people doing all kinds of dumb shit when they wanna fuck, and they're like, what the fuck? Are you fucking crazy, bitch? Women are just stupid, like, completely stupid. Are you and Todd ever get to make a video together again? Oh, I do. I would make a video with Todd anytime I have free time. I don't care. The problem is Todd. Todd is very flaky. Todd is very funny. He makes excuses. He acts like a little boy. So, which doesn't bother me. I don't care. But because of that, we're not gonna make a video with him. It's not me. It's because of Todd. Okay? Ah, a long time ago, yeah. Steve Bell. He was a nice guy, by the way. I really like Steve. He was a very good guy. Freaking loved him. But Todd disrespected his belongings, so that was it. But Steve was a cool dude. I love Steve. He was great. Yeah, we are. A lot of times Todd has problem with me when I don't have problem with him. The same thing goes between Todd and John. Like, Todd was calling me, he was trash talking John. So I decided to talk to John. And John said, well, I didn't even know that me and Todd had a problem. He just stopped talking to me and he just unfriended me. See how Todd is? He really stopped talking to people or gets mad to people for really no reason. He started friending people, blocking people for really no reason. So, that's how he is. But yeah, see, but when it comes to relationship between men and women, anyways, what are your thoughts on COVID-19? I think it's all fucking bullshit. I think it's overplayed, but it doesn't matter what I think. It matters that it's mandated, and if I'm gonna refuse to wear the mask, I may lose the job. Therefore, I'm gonna go with the flow. But Personally, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of that type of shit. I think that it's overplayed. It's over. It's not as bad as they make it seem. I think that. But it doesn't matter what I think. I need to go with what it is. So that's it. Dude, why everyone is gonna get COVID? You have to wear a mask. I mean, I don't think that if you're gonna stop wearing masks, which is not gonna happen, we're gonna necessarily get COVID. We may or may not, and a lot of times it's asymptomatic anyway. But me personally, I think that it's over. Like, it's over the board with this COVID. Like, we have 7 billion people. And probably worldwide, maybe a couple million of people died. But this is not the real reason to put the whole world on a lockdown because of that, but I don't know. Yeah. She said something, I didn't pay attention. Just wait for the new standard of masks. Yeah. Whatever happens, happens, It's beyond my control. No, I never did. I've been tested on numerous times. I'm getting tested for COVID every month, and I've been always getting negative. But I never been vaccinated, no. Nope, never did. Just tested. And last time I did it, the results came in right away. I was doing medical delivery in Springfield. Would I get it? No. If it's mandatory, I would have to do it, otherwise, no. I'm not a vaccine fanatic. No. I'm 34 years old. A lot of people didn't make it to my age. I don't believe in this fucking bullshit. Am I invincible? No, I'm not, but I would like to think that I am. It's just the more positive way of life. Makes you feel better about your life that way, being invincible. And sometimes with somebody like me, being invincible in some type of job is better. I'm better off. So I'm not going to be bothered with stupid people and stupid things. But that's a whole different subject which I was discussing in my older videos. So why should I say the same thing over and over? I think everybody understood at this point. But yeah, most definitely, being invincible is the best way to live your life. Escape all this fucking toxicity and stupidity of this world. And I'm just better off that way. Happier and everything. Dusty Adler, you in Spain? Damn, man, I'm jealous. Thank you, by the way. Thank you. It's too bad. Thank you, Dusty. I noticed that Dusty and my friends Dusty and Scott, my old roommates who's coming to my live streams. Thank you very much. They're very good people, by the way. They're Christian people. And sometimes, like I said, I'm very Christian friendly, so even though I know that Jesus was not a God, his name was Yeshua and he was a Jew, but I know that he was right and he was Mashiach. He was Jewish Messiah. So And I said the Jewish people killed Jesus Christ, and that called anti-Semitic statement, and people say, well, here's my take on it. Wonderful. Great. I want you to be my follower. So here's my take on it. Jewish people didn't directly kill Jesus Christ, but they manipulated Pontius Pilate, who was a Roman and a Goy, into killing him. Because pretty much Pontius Pilate didn't care about killing Jesus. We saw in the movie. But Jewish people say, hey, you know what, this guy, Jesus Christ, he's a dangerous guy. And then Pontius Pilate brought him up and he said, what you all about? And he said, I'm all about the truth. And he's like, the truth? Okay. And he's like, why should I mess with this guy? Why should I kill him? Why should I put him on the cross? But then Jewish people kill him, or we're gonna rebel. So Pontius Pilate was like, all right, fuck it. I kill this guy. So the Jews are Illuminati. More or less, yes, they are. But you need to be careful whom you labeling the Jews. Okay? Because some Jews are Illuminati, some are not. I mean, you think that, but I don't know. Yes, we are. But you have to be careful about when you say Jewish, because I'm a Jew. I'm genetically 70% Jewish, okay? I was indoctrinated with that type of stuff myself, okay? But I'm against it, and I'm not part of it. And I know that, yes, and I know that the fact that I'm not part of it, even though I'm of that ethnicity, not gonna save me from the negative consequences, okay? So pretty much it doesn't matter what your ethnicity is. Even if you're Jewish, you're gonna be labeled anti-Semite if you're against all of this bullshit. Why not partake in 70% of that power? We should have. First of all, I didn't grow up in a rich family. And I don't think I'm gonna have that power anyway. Just because you have certain ethnicity doesn't mean shit. So, rich dad, poor dad. Yeah, and some people told me that. When I was hanging out with one of the guy from FedEx, he was actually a Russian guy. And there was another guy, also the black guy, who was like a teacher in school for special kids. They've been telling me about this. What's his name? Is Duncan, I think his last name is. Amway, yeah. They're talking about this guy Duncan and all those people who try to sell stuff for household items. You know, like household items. And they have their philosophy on how to sell shit. I actually read the book of his. I watched the video. I read most of the book like last year, about a year ago. It's about 4 different ways of living. Like you can be employee, self-employed, investor, or about the quadrant, yeah. The quadrant as such: employee, self-employed, business, and investor. And you can be in multiple quadrants. And they were talking about how being an investor is the most risky way, but gives you the most money. And how to be an employee, it's like the safest one, but you get paid the least amount of money. I get it, I know it, and when I used to do AT&T for like a couple weeks, I studied that stuff in one of the seminars as well. See, when I was in my 20s, I did stuff like that a little bit, but I chose not to be part of that because I was not into that. I look at it like this. I don't like to risk. I tried it, didn't make money, fuck it. I remember I became a subscriber many years ago after you made the reply video for Mr. When's the last time you made big money moves though? I never did. I never had big money. Really. I've just been a saver and I've been working hard with everything I've been doing. Like at FedEx, in order to be big and strong, I was working extra and trying to get on the belt. And you motherfuckers been saying it's a problem. It's probably a problem for you. For me, it was a solution. That's what I'm trying to tell you, fucking idiots. Whatever you call problem, I call it solution for myself. Idiots. Why don't you steal like your people? First of all, Jewish people are different. Look at that. He's part Jewish too. He can't do shit about shit. I don't know how to do all of that. Okay? Where was the final solution? In Germany, I guess. And here's another thing though. You shouldn't confuse Judaism, Jewish ethnicity, and political Zionism. It's not the same thing. Okay? That is terrible, good to know. Political Zionism, Satanism, and Jewish ethnic group, it's not the same thing. People just make it seem like it's the same thing, but it's not. And that's part of the Jewish lies, by the way. So, just because you look like this, which I'm only 70%, I'm also Russian, Finnish, and Greek, and I have other unknown mixtures as well. So, just because I'm mostly this doesn't mean shit. George Floyd deserved that knee, don't you think? Honestly, I don't think so. I don't think so. I actually think it was really fucked up. He was a good man, he was a good dad. He didn't deserve that. I don't think so. Hey. Oh, I did not know that. Did he really? Wow. There are new things I'm uncovering every day. Wow. But I don't know. Well, you're only proving my point. When I was saying that black people shouldn't have leadership positions, that they're like stupid and stuff. Damn, when you're saying telling me that, it only proves the point. It only proves the point that no white guilt, and some people deserve what they get. Whatever. Black lives are black lives. Lives are lives. We all here for whatever reason. I don't even know why we're here. And we're gonna be gone one day. That's why I'm saying, while you're here, all you can do is just do whatever you want and do whatever makes me feel good and do whatever it's right. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what your problems are. As long as you can do whatever you want, just do that. Black people matter more because they were slaves. Well, or you want to say that you agree with me saying that they were better off than they were slaves. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like to keep them down in a way, but I don't know because, like, see, are you agree? Okay, that's interesting. I bet you black too, but you Irish? Okay, true, true. But I don't know. You seem like you to be black because you're calling me my nigger, and that's like, white people in America don't usually use that word like that. White people in Russia do, but not in America. I think you're just playing me. You're probably black. You just say stupid stuff just to think I'm stupid, and you just like, You live near Detroit, really? I know Eminem grew up in Detroit. I know it's a bunch of slums. I never been there. But my Iraqi friend Ahmed, he actually been there. I never been there. I made past Detroit on my way to Canada, but I never been there like that. Never. I heard it's slums though. I've been to Toledo though because working my job, I go to nursing homes in Toledo. 8 Mile is dangerous. 8 Mile Street. I never been there, so I don't know. Could be, I don't know. Never been there. Never. But I watched the movie. Back in Russia, in the early 2000s, I watched that movie where one of the guys shot his nuts with a gun. I remember that. It's dangerous if you're white. Yes. But the question is what kind of white? If you stop beside the car, they will run you up to kill you and rob you. Okay. But that can happen everywhere to anybody. Look at XXX Tentacion. He was black. He got shot in Florida. He was 20 years old. Okay. I understand, but I feel like that can happen to everyone. Anyone, really. You can die anytime, for any reason. White or black, doesn't matter. Hey, there are a lot of black people who got shot by white cops. So I don't know. Violent things happen to everybody, white or black, it don't matter. It can, but there are areas where it's very likely that you die if you hang out. Oh, jeez, I didn't have time to finish reading it. But yeah, I guess some people are more likely to die than others. I guess that could be true. I don't know, but could be. Talking possibilities, probabilities, whatever. Yeah, I mean. Yeah, perhaps if you're in the black area, if you're white, you're more likely to get shot. That could be true, but do you still chuck 40s in under 10 minutes? No. I've actually not been drinking that much alcohol lately. I don't feel like drinking. Oh, wow. You know, it's funny because that reminds me of my early 20s. There was one guy. He used to be like 19 or 20 at the time, and he just got out of juvenile, you know. His name was Jamil. He's like 5'3", but he's kind of a big guy, and he used to fight. One time, we almost fought over 90 cents. He was ready to kick my ass over 90 cents. I remember that. And he broke my glasses. And Charlie pretty much stopped the fight. Because he's like, no, we don't want that. This guy could kill you. So I was multiple times in a situation where the shit was about to go down, but it didn't. It happened to me. And I've been to small fights here and there. And I've been doing martial arts, so I've been doing all kinds of sparrings. Once I even got a bronze medal in martial arts. So I was sparring black belts who could throw me once. Real fights, street fights. Never, I don't remember having one. But don't need it in my life, I guess. I don't know. I was fighting Alan a little bit before the cops came. He didn't do much damage to me. Were you gonna kick his butt, Alan? I don't know, honestly. Because, let me tell you the story. Okay? So that day, Alan was trying to pick up a fight with me because I didn't want him didn't want to give him $20 for weed, which I didn't have. And he was trying to fight me. I didn't want to fight, so I started running away from him. I was trying to avoid the fight. No, I never done Krav Maga, but I've done Svai Jiao and Tang Sudo. But let me keep with my story. And there was a guy, he saw me running away from him. So he offered me a ride. And Alan was like, oh, no, this is just a friendly thing. We just friendly fighting, you know, like how guys are, you know, like when they're messing around, like they're fighting, but they're like friendly fight. And he's like, no, it doesn't look that way. So that nice guy drove me to Alan's parents. I went there. Alan walked there. He came. He started asking money for weed, $20. I said I don't have it. His parents didn't have it. So what he started doing, he started insulting me. insulting his mom, insulting his dad. And I was like, I'm about to call the police. Mind you, prior to that, when me and Alan was leaving Charlie's place, I was actually ready to call 911. And Alan asked me not to do it, so I hung up on 911. At that time, his parents didn't want me to do it. They said, Emil, don't call 911. We're going to take care of it. And I'm like, no, I'm going to do it. I don't care. So I started calling 911. Yes, he is. He used to be. Now I don't know, but yes. So I started calling 911. Honestly, upper decker, not toilet. But once, when I was hanging out with one of my buddies years ago, when I drank for Loca, which had like caffeine and alcohol, I literally started tripping in his bathroom and I hit my face a little bit on the sink. I didn't get hurt or anything, but I remember I hit my hand and I just passed out or something. I remember that, but I didn't really, and I was tripping, like literally tripping. But that has nothing to do with fight. That's because I was drunk, out of full Loca. I remember that, but not like, not like that, But anyway, let me keep with my story, because I like to get distracted with things, yeah. So I was on the phone. Alan was beating up his parents. And then he saw me while I was talking on the phone. I was sitting in the high chair, right? And there was another chair behind me. Alan pushed me, so I fall like this. And I just keep walking. While I was on the phone, Alan was beating up his parents, and he was trying to grab me into the headlock, but he couldn't because I got out of the headlock, and I just keep talking on the phone, calling the police. And then Alan stopped beating on his parents. He went outside. He started fighting me. Started getting into me. I remember I pushed him like this. This is the kick I learned in Tang Sudo. Pretty much I was just kicking him to keep the distance. I did that. He hit me maybe on the chin. He hit me on the foot a little bit. And that was it. Police came. We didn't really have time to really fight. Because when he was trying to fight me, I was pretty much being defensive, and I was trying to make sure he's not even gonna have an opportunity to get into me like that. See, that's the thing about me. I'm not an offensive person. It's how I'm in martial arts and life. I'm not an offensive person, but I have pretty good defenses. Yep, that's what I did. Yes, sir. I pretty much neutralized him. He was trying to fight me. I hit like this, so I'm gonna cover the distance. He hit me on the leg, hit me a little bit. It was nothing big. Police came in, that was it. Yep. Thanks, Dusty. I appreciate that comment. Thank you. And that's what I was trying to do, because I'm not really the guy who likes to fight, okay? I like to have power, I like to have my way. I like everybody to do what I want and think how I want. Yes, that's true. But I do not like to fight. I don't. Oh yeah, anytime, my friend, anytime. So, I don't like to fight. I pooped on my neighbor's car windshield one time. You crazy bitch. I'm not crazy like that at all. I don't like to do damage to nobody like that. I don't shit on no cars. I don't break nobody's shit. I don't do that, okay? I don't do that. I don't do that. But if I cannot get my way with you and I think that my way is right, I'm gonna start being aggressive towards you. But that's a little bit different subject, And I like when people think that I'm crazy, because then I'm not gonna be bothered by all you fucking idiots. That's it. But rather than that, if you let me do things and live how I want, I have no problem with nobody. I burned this homeless guy, but Oh yeah? You burn his stuff? Good for you. I'm not an aggressor, okay? I don't like this antisocial stupid shit. I have my ways, I have my ideas, and I want to live by that. And so if people don't allow me to live by that, you're gonna get some kind of aggression. Otherwise, nope. Why not? I mean, if that's what you like, that's fine, but I'm not that type of person. That's all I'm saying. Why not smash for fun? By smash, do you mean have sex or do you mean being defensive is totally different to being aggressive? And you're probably right. But the problem with that is sometimes you are being defensive, but people perceive you as being aggressive. That happens sometimes in life. But I agree with you. What about being aggressively defensive? Uh, that's probably who I am, I guess. Maybe I'm aggressively defensive. That could be true, actually, about me. That could describe me. Aggressively defensive could be, yeah. Yes, because they expect you to behave passively. Well, sorry for not living up to your expectations. But I don't give a fuck. You should change your expectations. That's all I can tell you, idiots. You have wrong expectations. But if you do, it's not my problem, it's your problem. You are aggressive when you start the fight. You were born to poop, good to know. Oh yeah, good to know. I don't care. It's your problem. I don't give a fuck. Why are you telling me that? Yep. Yeah, but the Adler said it right. You're aggressive is when you start the fight. But you know what Russian people say? Русские войны не начинают, они их заканчивают. Which means Russian people don't start the wars, they end them. Dude, you ever smell something just for fun? No. I'm not a fucking pervert, okay? Sorry. Sorry for ruining your fun. I know if I would say yes, it would be more funny, but sorry. I'm not a pervert. You need to ask that type of question, you know? And this is a time when I really need a tag for this live stream. Because I'm sure that that will start going on about that type of stuff. Sorry, I'm gonna be a boring, normal guy. Because I'm not a pervert, I'm sorry. I'm not a pedophile, I'm not a pervert, I'm not gay. Sorry, I'm a boring individual. And also I don't like fuck animals either. Or dead people. I'm sorry. Sorry. I like to do it with a normal grown woman. I'm a boring old man. So, no sir, no sir, no ma'am. None of that stuff. I'm a boring old man. Yeah, you seem to be a super peaceful guy, but you defend yourself when attacked. That means you respect yourself and your dignity. Thank you, sir. That's the idea. That's the idea. And I'm a martial artist too. And I've been taught that in martial arts you have to avoid the fight. I guess I learned something. Proud of myself for that. Yep. My man. Yep. That's how we as people we should be, you know. I don't like standing up for myself really, but no. When people are trying to fuck with me, I don't take shit, you know. I don't like to take shit. And if I do, I can do it for so long until I just cannot handle it and I get aggressive. In martial arts, you must poop before you can really get. I mean, what you're saying is kind of stupid, but kind of not. I don't know about pooping, but there is a thing about breathing a certain way. Martial arts about respect and peace. I did karate and wushu and learned that lesson. There is some truth to that. I did Tong Sudo and Swai Jiao. I got to brown belt with a stripe in Tong Sudo, and I got a purple belt in Swai Jiao. I failed my red belt testing in Tong Sudo, and I failed my black belt testing in Swai Jiao. I came back to Swai Jiao once I failed my black belt test for a couple months, but then COVID started, and that was it. I almost went to another tournament this year in April, but obviously because of the COVID, instead of going to the martial art tournament like I planned, I went to drive. Did I learn how to hit people? Why you try back in the future? I mean, I will try, yeah, I mean, why not? If there's going to be opportunity, why not? I go back. I was actually trying to pursue it, that's the thing. When I came back to martial arts a year ago, last fall, I was trying to get back to it so I can get my black belt. But COVID started. So, if there is an opportunity, if I get back in touch with my Sifu, who is actually almost 70 years old, so I don't know how long he will be able to teach at this point, but there is going to be... No, I'm not a sensei. I cannot be an instructor yet. See? But if I'm going to pass my black belt testing, I could be, potentially. But until then, because I didn't pass my black belt testing, I cannot be a sensei or instructor. But I'm only one step below, just one step below. When you get the black belt test, will you show it to us? I mean, why not? Maybe. Now, at some point I need to show you all other belts, but I don't know where they're at, honestly, at this point. I don't even remember. They may be somewhere in the garage or my other place where Alima resides right now. I definitely don't have nothing to do with martial arts in here. But, oh, you're welcome. But yeah, if I had my belts, I would show it to you. I had my jacket and belts. I also have Tang Sudo jacket which is called Dobak. But obviously now I don't. When I was moving, I probably gave it to Goodwill. I don't remember what I did with it. Maybe I gave like my belts and jackets to Goodwill. My trophies. You know, I remember in 2017, I actually have a video showing that trophy. I don't remember where it is right now, but I actually have a video where I'm showing it to people. I actually have a video on YouTube. And it's probably still online. It was made spring of 2017. It was made on my backyard when I used to live on Oak Street. So, I have it on video for sure. So if you actually want to see it, go on my YouTube channel and search for my older videos. spring of 2017, where I was showing it and maybe drinking some malt liquor, you know. So I have it online. Yeah, please do, please do. I don't remember the name off top of my head, but yeah. Yeah, spring of 2017, yeah, somewhere around that time I made that video. It was April or May, it's more like late spring, yeah. At that time I used to live on Oak Street. So, with one of my Russian former friends. Oh, you're welcome. So, and I don't talk to that girl anymore, she pissed me off. She really need to apologize to me for some things. And of course she was telling me that I was driving her nuts because of me. She went to Russia and she was like, you know, start curing herself and all of that. But she was treating me some type of way. She was ignoring me. She was getting upset. You know, she was treating me like I was stupid sometimes. I was saying her what to do. She didn't want to listen when she was wrong sometimes. And you know me, like, I don't take shit from nobody. And then also, one day, when I was even with Rufus, she was telling me, when I was the main person in the place, and I was paying more with the majority of the bill, she was telling me to give my key to that fucking hoodrat. Big fuck you for that, bitch. And I'm like, fuck that. It's my place. I'm not giving my key to nobody. That woman was being emotionally abusive. I mean, it's hard to tell. She thought that I was the abusive one. I mean, I don't think she was really. I felt that sometimes, but I was not sure. I don't know, it's hard to tell at this point. But she was acting like she was too sensitive, she was getting upset, she was provoking me into anger sometimes. I didn't know how to deal with her. At some point, she was not paying rent because she didn't have a job, because she was quitting her job over stupid shit when I was helping her to get jobs, things like that. I don't even know what she needed, honestly. I don't even know. I don't know. I'm not an angel. I know who was right, who was wrong. I'm saying things from my perspective. Maybe she felt differently. I don't know. She was telling me that I was a tyrant too, you know. She was telling me that I was an emotionally abusive tyrant, but because, you know, I'm like also a type of man who's like, my way or highway, I don't give a fuck. Like, I have that in me, but at the same time, I did good things for her. I was trying to help her to become a citizen. And I was asking her to just to keep the job and do things. And she wouldn't do it. She would quit the job because her boss was yelling at her. And I'm like, what the fuck? And she was also like dogging me and telling me that I was not developed and shit like that. If she didn't even fit your needs, ending the relationship was wisest thing to do. Well, yeah, but first of all, she was never my girlfriend, okay? She was never my girlfriend. We didn't even have sex or anything. But I ended any type of relationship because she was telling me some bullshit which really pissed me off. So I blocked her. Special friend? I mean, she's not special. As far as I know of, she's a normal person. special friend, another way like good friend. I mean, we knew each other back in the day from St. Petersburg, Russia. We met when we were teenagers, but we were not favorite, no. Well, I understand it now. No, she was not my favorite friend. But thing happened that we met as a teenagers. When she got drunk, first time in her life, and she was 15 years old, she passed out on my lap in the Rock Club in St. Petersburg. That's how we met. And my friends were like, wow, Emil, some girls are hitting on you, ta-ta-ta. People were like amazed that I was getting like, not getting some, but you know, I'm getting some kind of female attention. And she passed out on my lap, that's how we met. And then she came to America on her visa, and her visa overdue, you know. And she decided to stay, and she needed help getting the papers. And my parents talked me out of it. They say you shouldn't do it. She's going to take advantage of you. Very spontaneous lady. Yeah, she was something else. She seems to be a good person at some point. But there was something about her which makes me think that she was kind of shady. I didn't really trust her all the way. And also I didn't like the fact that I was, like, she was stressing me out. Like, there was time when on one hand she was telling me that I was undeveloped, but at the same time I was the one who was supporting her, supporting myself. She didn't pay the rent because she couldn't, and she quit the job because the boss was yelling at her. And I'm like, fuck. You know, I was going to work angry because of all this shit which she put me through. And I was doing a lot of things for her. Like, I remember when I had my tournament in Cleveland, I think I got, actually this is when I got my bronze medal. I broke my toe on my foot. And with that broken toe, I was driving 10 hours non-stop to New York to help you pack your shit and to take you to Columbus to live with me. She wanted to be an old school housewife. I don't know what she wanted. She didn't want to be a housewife because A, we didn't have sex. B, she knew that I had a woman. C, you know. But I don't know what she wanted. But first of all, A, you're not my woman. B, I'm doing you a favor, so what does it mean? You need to fucking work and contribute. I'm not your fucking bitch, you know? I have a lot of problems as is, and I love money myself, you know? And when I was seeing my money level going down, and I'm doing for that bitch a lot, and she's doing stupid shit like quitting her job because her boss was yelling at her. Fuck. I'm not putting up with that bullshit. She's gonna get cast out for that, you know? Perhaps she didn't even know what she wanted. And some people who know her, like Alim, actually knows her. And this is something she was saying, actually. That she didn't know what she wanted, she was a confused woman. Some people actually said that. So that could be the case, but now she's about to get her citizenship by herself, even though we divorced. And she paid for the divorce, thank goodness. Which she should have, because she put me through a lot of stuff. But was she hot? I mean, she was not ugly. Actually, she was in one of my videos too. When I made the video in Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, she was actually in two videos of mine. Made in February of 2017. So, you can see it for yourself. I have one of the videos where she's literally on the avatar of the video. So, she was in a couple of my videos. But then, when she understood what I'm all about, she didn't want to be in my videos anymore. So. Yeah, please do. Go ahead. Search for them. It's going to take you a while because we're talking like 2017. But definitely scroll bar search for them. You know? But yeah. When we were in Cleveland before marriage, like, we went to Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and this is where we made videos together. Couple videos where she was. Yep. But now we don't even talk. And we used to talk throughout that time, you know. Whenever like she had problem with her man, guess what? She was calling me. And I was telling her about my problems. So we had some kind of relationship. But she was feeling that I was emotionally abusive towards her. But I mean, maybe it was partially my fault because I'm not the most tolerant person. But at the same time, she was treating me like I was stupid, and she said that she thought it, which was wrong. And it's kind of comical too, because if I'm the stupid wife, why the fuck I was the one paying most of the bills in the house, working the most and supporting her when she's so fucking smart and so much better than me? No, she's not. She's a fucking bitch. What, am I a dork because I don't have a good coordination? Because I cannot move mattresses very well? Maybe so. I know that, but still. When I was moving, she was telling me I'm stupid because I couldn't move mattresses very well. Because I have problem with space and I don't have good abilities for things. And she was telling me that she got hurt working so hard because she's a little girl. And then she went to emergency room while I was at work. And she was saying I had to supervise you in this and that. And I get it, that you know what, I don't have to do good ability, that's why I don't do things like the most rational way. But I was doing the most work, I was taking care of it, and she didn't do shit. So who is a fucking not developed there? Well, maybe I'm socially not developed, whatever. Maybe I don't have good abilities for things, but fuck that bitch. Some women do that. It's if you're nice and understanding, they support you. Are abusable, said but true. Could be, but that's the thing about me. You try to treat me some type of way, and you're gonna get the hell. See? You fuck with me, you think that you know I'm a dork who people can fuck with. That's how people get disappointed. And then they go to the fucking psychiatrist. That's how it is, motherfuckers. Don't fuck with me. I keep telling you. People think that they can fuck with me, but apparently they're getting disappointed. Yeah, I do. I do. But that's why I fucking hate people, you know? Because people are so full of it. I just don't agree with the humanity and the way people think. Like, I just don't agree with it. Period. And I'm not saying all the people. I'm sure Dusty Adler, you probably understand me, so we're on the same page, but unfortunately, a lot of people are full of it. Not all, but a lot. So, and I'm not an angel either. You know, I'm not an angel. Some people say that I'm selfish and I have other defects, but hey, it is what it is. We are who we are. And that's why we live how we live. That's just it. And I have my defects. I'm maybe not emotionally warm. That's why people think that I coming up as like somebody who is psychopathic, you know. Which I probably could be, but I'm not because I'm not evil. But I have people I mean well, and I'm not the type of person who like to test people or fuck with people. So when people do that to me, that's it. I don't take that bullshit from people. But that's just me, you know, that's how I am, you know. Test me like that, enemy, that's it. Get smacked one way or another if you do that. Just like that bitch did. And I was even doing things for her. She was trying to get her license. I was even helping her to learn how to drive. I let her drive my car a little bit. I helped her park in the parking lot. And she failed her driving exam, by the way. Speaking of developed people. She was soon telling her that even though she was not diagnosed with anything, but she's been telling me that she was a depressed person and she had like emotional issues or whatever. But she was the one who was telling me that I was not developed one. And I confronted her over it. That's healthy. Means that your dignity is the treasure and you defend it when needed. Yeah. Trying to, you know. I'm glad that you look at things that way. Because like I said, I don't want to be in that type of relationship where I have to like pay for everything for the woman and we're just friends and she's throwing me that type of shit. Like, I know that some people may have been reacted differently. I may be overreacted, but hey, I have my basis for that. So yeah. And my parents used to tell me, don't even help that bitch. They were thinking I'm not going to be able to get out of that situation fine. Involves using and abusing people and even enjoying it, being a psychopath. I mean, I know I'm not a psychopath. Even though I have some traits, but I'm not a psychopath because I can be like somewhat narcissistic though, but I'm not a psychopath. Because I don't enjoy hurting people, that's number one. Using and abusing people, I think I'm capable of doing it honestly. But I know what's right, what's wrong. No, I'm not. I know I'm not. I know I'm not a psychopath. I'm not. I think I'm capable of using and abusing people, but I'm not, you know. I know what's right, what's wrong, you know. And I believe in karma and believe in consequences. So, American Psycho, I heard of it, but I never watched it, no. No. So yeah, I'm not a psychopath, but the reason why I don't have a lot of friends and I'm almost alone is because I'm not too warm, I'm not the people's person, could be selfish. I don't know, but I'm okay with that. We all have our flaws. Yeah, I watch it one day, you know. I watch it one day. But I don't know. I am who I am, like I said. With people, we have different traits. We have all kinds of personality traits. And see, we have to distinguish between evil person and a psychopath. You know, that's the thing. Because like psychopathy and narcissism doesn't equate to being evil, okay? Like, I think that the difference between psychopath, narcissist, and evil person is this. If you like a psychopath and narcissist, what does it mean? It means that you can hurt people and not give a fuck. Because you don't feel nothing, right? But you may not feel nothing, but you will understand right and wrong. So you can be that type of person who understands what's right, what's wrong, who doesn't hurt people, but the fact that you don't give a shit and you're capable of doing it make you like a psychopath. Could be, right? But then there is an evil person. Evil person is the one who enjoys it. See? So it's like, I don't know. That's what I think. Yeah, see? Because I studied that type of stuff. You can be psychopath who don't feel nothing, who don't give a shit about other people, which is not good necessarily, but that doesn't equate to be an evil person. So, it doesn't equate. One doesn't equate to another. Now, narcissists and psychopaths, they're capable of evil, because think about of somebody who can just kill somebody or hurt somebody, just not give a fuck. You see the dead body, you don't give a shit. You know? Doesn't mean you'll be walking around killing people, but if you can, you will, and you just like, oh, whatever, you know. That's like psychopath. But then, if you're not an evil person, you're probably not going to be doing that, you know. Because there are consequences, there are laws, and, you know, versus you could be an evil person. You might be a psychopath, and you may enjoy hurting people, you know. Me, I don't enjoy hurting people, obviously. I don't. Some people behave horribly due to social conformity issues. Yeah, that's true too. Oh, Ash experiments. You know, I read the book long time ago when I was in college. Phil Zimbardo, Lucifer experiment. And I used to write some kind of paper on it. And that was that type of stuff. Where people used to act horribly because of the social conformity issues, you know. And they were talking about all kind of psychological tests on how, you know, where like people used to show one thing, show another thing, whatever, like, and one person who was right. Yeah, prison experiment, yep. I read the book about it. I don't remember it very well, I remember it vaguely, but yes, yes. Now even bringing more memories, yeah. The Lucifer experiment, whatever. I read that book. I don't remember it very well because it was like 10 years ago, but I remember reading it. It was like prison experiment. I was talking about other psychological experiments, whereas like there was one person who see white and he said this is white, but everybody else was saying say white is black. And that person had been mad because he was saying the truth. Some shit like that, I remember that, so. But yeah, that prison experiment, whereas like for people like 40 days in prison were like really abused. You know, sometimes I feel like I'm a victim of experiment too right now. Yep, see, I still remember a little bit because I read it, but it's been so long that if you ask me to tell what this book is all about, I'm probably not gonna be able to. But I remember vaguely some parts, bits and pieces, you know, just bits and pieces. There is also a movie about that experiment. Maybe I watch it one day. I have 3 days off work. Maybe I should start watching movies. You know? start watching movies. Because all I do is work and sleep. I don't watch TV. I barely watch anything. So it's like, have a couple days for myself where I can just like watch movies. But another problem is my money situation is horrible right now. Actually horrible. Long weekend, that's right. I never have weekends. I never have weekends. I work every day normally. And my boss told me that you're taking too much vacation. Because I took 5 days off in September, I'm taking another 3 days. Mind you, I work every day, I have no days off during the week. And there are other people who have like 1 or 2 days off. So if you think about it, evens out. No, I don't work at post office. I deliver medicine to the hospitals. I drive all over Ohio. And by the way, I've been making video for so long that the battery on my phone is about to die. So maybe I'll be making this live stream for a couple more minutes. But yeah, but that job, this is the job where I feel like I'm being experimented. Like I'm being somebody who's been experimented with, because I deal with the nurses, I give them their medicine. So that's what I do. And this job is literally like an experiment. And they be testing me every day. They ask me the same type of question. And I understood now that it's an experiment, because they're asking me like, what copy do you need? Like they don't know when they really know. They want to test me. And then they ask me, where do I have to sign? I show them. I'm like, come on, you nurse, you know that. Clearly testing me, I can tell. And that's part of the reason why I don't like my job, because I feel like it's not a normal job. And I don't like to be tested. But I'm getting paid good money for it though. I have a nice car. And my other car is in repair right now. I'm driving 2019 Kia Niro. And I've been driving the car since July. And I already put down almost 60,000 miles. That's how much I'm driving. 16,000 miles in a little bit under 5 months. In November, I got another car, 2010 Toyota Prius. I drove it for a couple weeks and they messed it up and do oil change. You deserve that money, because it seems like you will hard work. Oh yeah, oh yeah. And I don't see that money either. Because I have a woman, I have a lot of bills, I have a situation. So I'm really not even seeing money. But I'm about to see money in a week from now. And then on New Year's. Honestly, my job is easy physically, but psychologically sometimes it's difficult. Because I notice things and I understand things. And when you understand, it's like, you get even angrier. But, fuck. It's like maybe one day. Why am I getting tested in the job? I mean, I don't know exactly, and I know whatever's gonna tell you, I may think it may sound crazy. It has to do with some stupid stuff which I said at FedEx about my problems. And it has to do with one black woman who told everybody what's wrong with me. And then people started treating me some type of way, which actually made things only worse, not better. So that job, people are kind of looking what's wrong with me, trying to see what kind of person I am. So people know how to work with me, whatever, but... And I notice certain behaviors, certain patterns of behaviors, how people treat me. And I see how it's wrong. And I react to it not in the best way. And I see how people ask me the same stupid questions, which they can see the answer, but... not really crazy things about me. But she said some of the things about me which may be part true, but because she's fucking stupid and watch my videos about black people being stupid, that's pretty much the reason why I say what I say based on my experiences. You know, like sometimes in life, you may have problems, you have issues, and some people may know, but sometimes there are other things which can make things, which sometimes you may think that you're doing the right thing, like you tell somebody, hey, this guy has a disability, because the people see that this guy is struggling. She exaggerated then, and pretty much, yeah. Shortly speaking, I say that is kind of the case. That is kind of the case, yes. She saw some autistic behaviors in me, and she probably, I heard from some people somewhere, she had a son who have Asperger's or whatever, so she compared me and her son, whatever, and people started treating me some type of way, but I'm completely different person, and I'm older, and I'm not that bad, and that pretty much just made my life, it actually made things even worse, just like you said, pretty much. And I don't think she was trying to be cruel. She was thinking that that's gonna help. But she didn't realize that with the kind of person I am, it's only gonna make things worse. That's why I'm saying people are stupid. Because they like to judge the book by its cover. So, and sometimes being cruel is not being evil, you know? Like sometimes you can be cruel or do stupid things or make things worse because you just don't know any better. But I made the mistake too. I said something I shouldn't say because I didn't know that, so I was kind of stupid too. Because I didn't realize that this is what people's gonna think. And in my case, in my situation, I realized that with me, if I'm talking about what kind of problems I have, it's the last thing I need to do. Because in my case, it's only gonna make things worse. Because I'm not that bad, I'm capable of doing things. Yes, I can say that because I have some autistic behaviors, that's why it takes me longer to learn things, but I'm still capable. So treating me like I don't, it only makes us scientists have autism, see? Yep. But in my case, like I said, that only makes my life worse. Because people think wrong things about me, and instead of like giving me accommodation here and there, but still letting me work hard and figure things out for myself like I can, people start treating me like I'm fucking complete imbecile. And I start getting angry because people treat me like I'm stupid or treat me like I'm special, when I'm not even that special. And I'm not even that kind of person. Treating me like I don't know how to spell things when I'm actually good with languages. And I was getting irritated and yelling at people because they helped me when I don't even need help. See? You know how fucked up it is when people treat you like you need help when you actually don't need help. That's fucking bullshit. And that's type of shit I've been going through. Like people been acting like I need help when I don't even need help like that. Because I said what I said. Which was a big mistake on my part. Because see, people who know things like me, they think about things, they know, but you speak perfect English being a native Russian, that says it all. Thank you. Well, I was born in Russia. I lived there till I was 19. When I was in Russia, I learned English and Hebrew. I was studying extra to come to America. I passed TOEFL. I was going to tutor back in Russia. When I came here, I was put on ASL 99. I was studying extra, learning new words. And then that's why once 2007 came in, like I was completely fluent in English. When I came here, because didn't have a lot of comprehension, I was not that fluent, so I was watching movies with subtitles, and I was studying extra, learning new words, even though my vocabulary was already good, because I studied English in Russia, I was getting B's. I was studying English with tutor because I knew I'm coming to America. I passed TOEFL because I knew I'm coming to America. So, no, I don't speak fluent Hebrew. I speak a little bit because I learned it in Russia, but no, not fluently. I know a little bit. And I also know Jewish history and Jewish traditions. And I'm anti-Zionist. Because I see things around me, I see what's going on. I see videos of great singers and other people who were involved with Jews, and they were mysteriously killed, and other things happened to them. And all of this shit which I'm watching makes me really think about life, about things, about what it's all about. And that makes me wanna Shabbat Shalom, that's right. And that things makes me wanna sometimes even convert to Christianity, really. Even though my mom and my other people who were indoctrinated, they don't want me to be Christian. And I know Jesus was not a God, but when I look at things, when I think about what I learn, no, I'm not celebrating Hanukkah. I'm celebrating my birthday, which was today or yesterday, December 11th. I don't celebrate shit. And I'm against of Jewification of the world. And even the nursing homes I've been going to, I'm seeing everywhere Jewish stuff. And I remember growing up with my parents who talk about, oh, this guy is good because he's good for Israel. I'm thinking to myself, we live in America. Why should we care about Israel? Because we want peace in the world, we should care about Israel? Manipulation and lies. First of all, Jewish people didn't have their land, Palestinians give them the land. Your birthday is much more important than Hanukkah. Yes, sir, I agree. So is Christmas, probably. I don't know. Like I said, I'm very Christian friendly, and I notice a lot of patterns that people who are Christ-like, they all been hated by the Jews, and bad things happen to them. And I notice how Jewish people hate everybody else, okay? But they say, oh, this goyim, they hate us. We need to fight them. You can be Jewish and disagree with Israel politics. I know that, and that's very true. That's why I keep saying, the way people look doesn't mean shit. Zionism, Satanism, globalism is not the same thing as ethnic Jewishness. I get that people get it mixed up because all of the Zionist Satanists, they have facial features like me, which are Jewish Middle Eastern facial features. But then again, it's not a clear cut. And a lot of times you may have these facial features, you may look like this Zionist Satanist, but you actually not be the one. And guess what? You're still gonna be labeled anti-Semite, which is by itself is the wrong term. Because Semitic people, Jews and Arabs, so Arabs are Semite too. And Arabs are all anti-Semites, by the way, they themselves are Semites. All isms have to do with desindividualization and group homogeneity. Yes, it's true. I agree with that. And I'm just an individual. And you know, when I was making these anti-Semitic videos, which some people were saying you should be making them, they think you're going to be a follower. There are some people who's going to make you fight and you're going to be start killing the Jews and you're going to be the type of guy who is going there, going to synagogue, killing people. I'm like, why should I be doing that? Someone can disagree with Israel politics and not be an anti-Semite. Well, maybe. But the thing of that is, you may not be anti-Semite, you not may think of that of yourself, but people may still label you that. See, somebody said, and I'm going to say it in Russian, антисемит – это не тот, кто не любит евреев. Антисемит – это тот, кого евреи не любят. Which means, anti-Semite is not the one who hates the Jews. Anti-Semite is the one whom Jewish people don't like. See, that's what it is. You're going to be labeled anti-Semite, even if you don't think that of yourself, just simply because you're anti-Zionism and Jewish people may not like your views. That's why they all pile up together, Nazis, anti-Semites, and all of that. They all pile them up together. They all pile up together, Nazis, nationalists, anti-Semites. Think about it. If you're nationalist, you're automatically being labeled as anti-Semite. Same as if you find out that, yep, pretty much, yep. And when it comes to me, honestly, I got tested for autism and narcissism. Okay? When I got my autism test, I'm barely on the spectrum. Barely. I scored about 33 or 34, and the minimum score to be, according to the test, is 32. So I'm barely on the spectrum. And people's been telling me that I may be a little bit on the spectrum, but I'm kind of close to norm. When I did my test for narcissistic personality disorder, I got 30. 31, 32, around there. And, you know, you have to have more than 20. Yeah, I am. I have a lot of qualities. And I know saying honestly about it is not the best thing. But the reason why I'm saying all of this, because I like psychology and I like to think about things. So I know technically when a person is a narcissist, he talks about it, it's not that smart. But the reason why I'm saying about it, because I did some tests and I like to talk about personality and psychology. And that's why I like to, you know, put myself like, you know, like a rabbit, you know, for the experiment in a way, like say, you know what, say like from the scientific point of view, you know, which I know like logically it's not a good thing to say because then people's gonna hate you, you know, because it's like you're telling on yourself negative things. But I like to talk about it as a personality construct, as a, you know, psychology, you know, as like things. You know, that's why I'm talking, when I'm talking about autism, narcissism, I'm not talking about needing help or being like an abuser. I'm talking about as a person who has certain personality features and things like that. I'm like being scientific about it, you know, talking about who I am like that. But people interpret it in like some kind of way where it's like, what the fuck? That's completely off. You know? That's completely off. It's completely off. People getting the wrong ideas. Meta psychology. Yeah, I guess. I never heard that term, but I guess. Yeah. And I'm interested in psychology. Like I watch videos, like I watch people like Todd Grande, you know. He talks about psychological characteristics of people like Elliot Rodger, Jim Morrison, or what's his name? Brian from Rolling Stones, the guy who drawn. Brian Hines, whatever his last. No, Brian. I forgot his last name. Brian Jones, I think. Brian Jones. The guy from Rolling Stones who died at the age of 27, who was found dead in the pool of his place. Yeah. The guy talks about mental health and personality of people like that. I watch people like that, you know, because that stuff interests me, you know. I like to think about things. So, I freaking love Todd Grande. He's a pretty smart man. He made the videos about narcissism and psychopathy. He was talking about the phrase people say, are all narcissists psychopaths? And vice versa. And he said, no, it's completely two different disorders. And I made the comment, I said that they have an overlap in it. But he clearly said that how you can be a narcissist and not be a psychopath. And maybe when it comes to empathy, there is an overlap, but he was talking about covert narcissism, overt narcissism, and the two factors of psychopathy. And he's been saying how they're completely two different disorders, which is kind of true. But then, on the human level, we can still say that there are some kind of similarities. Like, for example, have you ever met any kind of altruistic narcissist or altruistic psychopath? You know what I'm saying? I mean, granted, they're different, but I still think there is some kind of overlap, even though they're different disorders. Because since psychopathy is more cruel, and that's why I like to look at psychopathy as spectrum of narcissism. You know, because psychopathy being more severe. Because if I think about it, it's like this. Narcissists, they're all about like power over people. They're thinking about themselves, don't give a shit about others. And they're capable of hurting other people. But their primary focus is not that. There is a correlation between those two concepts. Yep, that's what I'm thinking. Yes, a correlation. But they're actually two different disorders. But yeah, there is a correlation. And you know, like to look at it like as a spectrum. Like we're talking about autism spectrum, right? There is Asperger's, and there is somebody who is like non-verbal autistic kid. They're completely different, but spectrum. Kardashians might be narcissists, but certainly they're not psychopaths. Yeah. But narcissists, they're capable of evil too. Because think about it, you don't have empathy, right? It means that you're capable of evil. But like I said, I look at it like narcissists, they're capable of evil, but they understand and they play by the rules, they're more normal. But psychopaths, they're all about themselves though. Were you diagnosed Asperger's? No, not in America. I was diagnosed as a child with autism in Russia. In America, I was never diagnosed, and I don't want to, because I don't want any kind of restrictions. That's it. I don't want it. Because then people's not going to let me do things. That's why I would rather just be labeled as different or awkward or whatever. It's just better for me that way. So that way I at least have an opportunity to live my life how I want, and I can step forward and live how I want to live. Yeah, that's what I said. But see, when people think that wrong things of you and then don't let you do things which you're capable of doing, why do I need that in my life? I don't need it. Thank you for your support and for understanding. And that's the reason why I don't want to get diagnosed. Because A, I may not meet the full criteria at this point. That's number one. Number two, I don't like restrictions and limitations. Understanding is one thing where people say, oh, okay, this guy has some autistic tendencies and behaviors. That's why he doesn't do like things like everybody else, but he's still capable. Give him more training. That's good. Yes, that gets stigmatized. But when people say, oh, you're autistic, you cannot do shit, you need help. And when you start saying something, people say, huh? And they say, talk to you like you fucking imbecile. Why do I need that? I'm going to get angry, I'm going to cast people out, and I'm going to be right at the end of the day. Because A, I have rationale. B, I know what I'm doing. C, I'm capable. Yes, I can say that it's going to take for me more effort to get certain things done or to learn certain things, but I still can do it. So I don't need any restrictions. Understanding, patience, giving me more time, yes. Restrictions, no. So, plus you are cool as you are. No need to consider Asperger as something bad. Well, and the thing of that is, I wouldn't generalize that also. Because, see, according to the test which I did, I'm barely on the spectrum, so I may not even have Asperger's. I don't know. Yeah, different by fully capable, that would be a better label for me. That way I can still be myself, but take care of things and do things whatever makes sense to me. Granted, Asperger's is a disability, and there are reasons why people do things certain ways. And maybe majority of people are right, and I may agree with majority of people, but that's why I look at it like, for me, I need understanding if I don't do something right way, but if I do everything the right way, life is good. Because yeah, like you said, I'm fully capable, and I can do the job, I can do things, and I don't need all that bullshit. Because that's gonna be even wrong. Yeah, I know you do. Thank you, sir. Thank you. It's gonna be completely wrong. Because why do I need to be treated like somebody who needs supervision or extra help? I used to do things the wrong way. People just like don't understand it, so I treat me some type of way. All they needed to do is to explain to me, hey, Emil, you need to be doing plays this way. It's not because of you, it's because we do things this way, so you have to. Because one of the autistic tendencies is not being able to see the big picture. But if you have a little bit of autism with no intellectual disability, people are going to explain you that stuff, extra stuff, and you're going to be like, okay, the shit's going to be clicked in your head, and you'll be, all right, cool. And then next thing you know, you're doing everything you're supposed to do. What you going to tell me then? Say, huh? Say you don't understand your child? I'm going to say it to Dick and die. Thank you, sir. You know, that's just it. And I'm going to be the right one. Why do I need it? Like, treating me like I need help when I don't need help. I want to live my life how I want to live my life. I want to have my way. And granted, I need to adjust to people because it's not all about me. You have to do certain things certain ways for certain reason. I get it. Give me a little extra explanation. I get it. I do things like a normal person. Life is good, you know. That's it. I don't want, you know, to be restricted in my life. And like you said, Dusty, all these labels restrict you. It's not good. It's not good. Yep. That's the truth. You know, great man, you know, it was great chatting with you doing this live stream. Because I know you, and you're actually a very intelligent person. I'm glad we actually can understand each other. And it's not good to have a disability. It's always good to improve, you know, in life. So, you're a special but fully capable person. That's evident. Yep. But sometimes I feel like I wish I wouldn't be special. I'm a little bit special, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. Yep. fully capable. I have a bachelor's degree from my high state university. I graduated from high school, worked all kinds of jobs, see all kinds of things. Yes, sir. And I know a lot about special people too, even back in Russia. I have my memories. I wish you were more conventional. Yes and no. I wish I was more conventional so that way people wouldn't be labeling me or trying to cut me off or from trying to prevent me from doing things. Yeah, in that sense, yes, I do. But in other ways, no, I don't, because I had my experience, I have my ways, and I know things which other people don't know. So I feel like it's a great thing. There are too many conventional people, but being special is a plus. You know, me and my mom had that conversation. And my mom told me I'm not a standard person. Then I ask you this question. The famous people who are like famous, are they normal? And she said, no, there are a lot of not standard people among famous people. So why should I be normal then? So I don't care about the normality. All I care about is living how I want to live, doing things how I want to do it, learning things in life without people putting limitations on me because I'm so-called non-conventional. You know? But I know that's what I said, you understand, and you probably thought that I'm going to say something like that. So here you are. That's my answer to that question, you know? And I don't know what conventional is, because if you look at people, we're all different, really. And everyone have different types of problems. So if they were normal, they would be plain and boring and obviously not famous. Yeah, see? But the thing is, if you like a handicap, if you're not capable of doing things, how can you be famous? If you cannot do things. Now, if you're differently abled, meaning you may have some challenges, but you have special abilities which other people don't have, this is when you can be famous. But if people treat you some type of way, when they know there's something wrong with you, probably may cut you off from being famous. That's why for me, to a lot of people, like let's say if I'm gonna move out of Ohio and I'm gonna go somewhere where people not gonna know me, not gonna know. I don't even know, honestly. I don't think about things like that. I just live my life and do me, you know. I'm not thinking about what I'm capable, what's my ability. I'm just like living my life and doing me, you know. Compared to what kind of people I have special abilities. I have a good memory, you know. I remember a lot of things. I'm capable of doing things, but I don't know. Special compared to what? Compared to whom? I don't know. I'm talking like Charles Manson, which is probably, you know, kind of makes sense to me when he was talking about, when people asking me, did you have a terrible childhood? And he said, terrible compared to what? Smart man, you know. He was a smart man, so I'm kind of being in that type of mindset right now. Special abilities compared to what? Compared to which people? I don't know. Being spontaneous and sincere is a great ability of yours. Thank you, sir. There are other abilities, but you know, different people have different abilities, different ways. I don't know. you know. But what I wanted to say, I even forgot, I was talking about something else. With your question, I kind of lost my train of thought, honestly. But anyway. And people have been saying being spontaneous is not good, but hey, how you doing, Zoe Davidson? Thank you. Good seeing you in my channel. Oh yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Appreciate that. It's not that many people tell me that I had pretty boring birthday. But I don't care. You know, I don't care. I spend it with my woman. I'm good. And there are some people asking me personal questions if I had sex. And I kind of gave you the answer, and so you saying like the answer I gave you was the opposite the answer of that, which was actually the true answer. But you know, asking things like that, this is not really a YouTube type of conversation, you know? Like, I'm not here on YouTube talking about my sex life, okay? This is not what I'm here for. A nice gift? No, she has a money problem, so she did not. She got me a cake and she got me a charger for the car. She's struggling right now because she likes to have a nice life. She's still in the place where we used to live. And the only reason why I don't live there is because, you know, I got into it. There are a lot of reasons, but, you know, it's kind of puts a hurdle on me too. And she doesn't have money because she works part-time. She still have some bills. And she goes to school. Yeah, two nice gifts, thank you, I guess you can say that. They're not, well, they're just not expensive gifts. That's why I'm like, you know, when you say nice gifts, makes me think that she give you something which is like, costs a lot of money. And I'm like, no. But, yeah, she's going to school. She's getting her BSN right now. She's supposed to be done in summer. So then she should start making more money as a nurse. And now she's working as a nurse. Oh, thank you very much. Appreciate that. It's actually not really my couch. Yeah, people told me that. Second person who's saying that. It's actually not my couch. It's actually my girlfriend's dad's couch. My girlfriend's dad, I think, who just moved out. Yep. But I don't care. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, and my Alima, she has a very good taste too. The apartment where I used to live, it's a very nice place. I just don't live there because of the bullshit's been going around, you know, so. What's my favorite song? A lot of them. Western Union? Is that a song or a place? I never heard song named Western Union. Transfer the money using that. Or will send me that song? Alright. Kind of. You have all kinds of songs in this world. Even talking about Western Union. The world we live in. I will check it out. My favorite color is green. Also kind of like orange too. Thank you. Yep. But anyway, guys, I think I'm gonna be done with my live stream. I've been going for fucking literally 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours of just talking about random things. Autism, narcissism, psychology, religion, just like always. Books I read, movies, that's like, wow. That's like a handful right there. Bro, must go to bed now. It's super late here. Have an amazing weekend and enjoy the rest of your birthday. Cheers. Thank you. Good night. And I'm gonna go to bed soon too. I know here in Ohio it's also already December 12th and it's probably like close to 1 in the morning. So I'm not gonna be doing much and got nothing to do at home. My phone is about to die. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a piece of my birthday cake, have another cup of tea, and I'm gonna go to bed. Tomorrow I'm gonna wake up, do some Postmates, because I need to make money. Even though I took 3 days off from my nursing home job, and my boss looking at me like, what the fuck, you're just taking days off to do Postmates, like what the fuck, he's gonna be mad at me. But hey, it's my birthday, that's what I want. I want to have a break from his job, because sometimes I used to be driving fucking 20 hours a day. Yeah, I do. That's why I took those 3 days. And he told me you're taking too much time off. But boy, back in November, I was driving sometimes 20 hours straight and then sleeping for 5 hours. Sometimes I was driving 20 hours straight and then going to sleep for like 2 or 3 hours, getting phone call, driving even more. Yeah, that was that crazy. So that's why next week I'm gonna have a good chunk of money. Doing double routes, getting my car stacked up with the bags of the meds all the way so I can't even see the fucking mirror, you know, on the other side. Yeah. Oh yeah, thank you. Big hug to you as well. But yeah, that's kind of shit I had to deal with. And now they kicked me out of the 2 rounds because of my behavior. Because this woman was saying like, huh, like talking to me some type of way. I just got irritated by that shit. Like, what the fuck? And you know people don't like that kind of explosive behavior. But I act that way because I understand and I don't agree. And like I said, you think wrong things about me, I just have no tolerance, you know. I have some violent tendencies in me when like people piss me off. I understand I'm not the normal one according to society and people are the normal ones, but I don't care. I look at it like this. Whatever I do works for me. I have my rationale. I'm capable, I'm doing things. There is nothing you can tell me. That's why I like to be treated just somebody's different. You know? And when people treat me some type of way, I notice, I understand it. I get mad. When I was younger, I knew things and I was always thinking a lot like, If I'm gonna get fired, I'm gonna beat my boss up, you know. Trust me, been there. I've been having that type of thoughts, violent thoughts and things like that. Been there, that trust me. And every time when people were criticizing me, getting into me, I was expecting the worst and I had crazy reactions. And sometimes I like to be crazy, like I said a lot of times. I like for people to think that I'm crazy, so that way I can be myself and I can do things in a way which makes sense to me. Without people getting to my face, telling me I'm not normal, there's something wrong with me, you need to change. Because I'm not having it. Because I know the truth and I know that I'm not going to change, so what's the point? I'm not here to comply to your norms. I'm here to figure things out, build myself up, and live how I want to live. Whether it's normal or not, I don't care. All I know it's functional, and I don't want to be bothered with stupid people. You're stupid, you get cast out. And people been telling me, oh, this unprofessional. Well, maybe it is. I know my reactions can be strong sometimes, partially because I'm from Russia and other reasons. But, I have my rationale. I don't really give a fuck. And maybe with age I will become more civil, I get it. I get the point that I need to learn how to act, and I kind of agree with that. But I still feel the same way. You talk to me any type of way, and I know that you're talking to me like I'm stupid, I have a disability, I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah. You deserve to get cast out because you're wrong. You're not being helpful. You're not explaining me anything. And I understand that you treat me some type of way, and that only makes me pissed off because I notice that A, I don't agree with it, and B, I don't agree with it, and it's kind of offensive, and you're not even being right. It's offensive and wrong. That's why I act crazy. And it's convenient for me to be crazy, like I said so many times. Don't want to be bothered, people gonna leave me alone, people's gonna think crazy think about me, so they're gonna bother me. It's good, Can progress on my own terms. Because I don't want to be bothered by all this stuff where people are trying to force me to change or treat me like I'm not capable. I don't need that. I really don't. It's not doing me any good. It's not helping me in any way. Only does more damage to me, really. That's what I think. Treat me like an individual. But I understand that the way I do things and the way I think is not going to be like everybody else. That's all. See the difference? Okay, I understand why, okay. But I won't be bothered, I don't want to change because I know I'm not going to, so what's the point? People need to live how they want to live. There's no right or wrong in life. There's no right or wrong. It's all about you. It's all about what you want. It's all about what you can. It's all about leaving the legacy after yourself. That's it. Everything else doesn't matter. That's why I'm saying I want to escape the toxicity of this world. And that's it. It's been a long live stream. Thanks for liking, subscribing, enjoying my videos. Appreciate that. Thanks for not treating me any type of way. Dusty Adler, thank you for the good conversation. Thanks for understanding. It was actually intellectually stimulating. And it was actually something which, was a meaningful conversation, It was good. Everybody else, thanks for watching. Have a good night, everyone. Later.